Hello and welcome to another live chat here on Crochet with Claire. It is a Wednesday and it is 10 a.m. and I am near Sydney in Australia. So what time is it where you are? I would love to know. Pop it in the chat section. Don't forget to have your chat set to live chat, not top chat. At the top of the chat box, there will be a little setting and you can click it onto live chat. Also, if you haven't already, give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. We have lots of people jumping in early. We've got Tracy, Leanne, Chantelle, Deb. I saw Sally before, further up in the chat, which is awesome. Hey, Trish, welcome. Vicky. We've got lots of names I don't recognize. That doesn't mean you haven't been here before, but if it's your first time in the chat, then let us know that as well. We would love to know. How are we all? Welcome. So how many people do we have in the chat and how many thumbs up do we have? I cannot see that on my screen at the moment. I would love to know how many people we've got here chatting away with us. If it's your first time, don't be shy. Introduce yourself in the comments section. And I can see all the comments that come up, so that's fantastic. Rosie's here for her second live stream. That's awesome. Wow, there are definitely new names that I don't recognize, so that's fantastic. It takes a few times for me to recognize your name and remember. Yep, Lan is saying, great reminder, just hit that thumbs up. That would be fantastic. It lets the algorithm here, YouTube algorithm, know that people are watching my video and they like it and they're interacting with it. So then it shares it out to more people, which is what it's all about here on YouTube. So what are you crocheting at the moment? I'm not going to be crocheting anything today because I went out all day yesterday. I was out from before 9 o'clock up until about 5. I belong to a women's shed here in my local area, and I'm the vice president of the women's shed. And we had Bunnings. If you're in Australia, you'll know who Bunnings are. If you're not in Australia, it's like Home Depot in the US. It's like a hardware, come gardening, fencing, plumbing, timber type shop. Huge warehouse type shop. And they donated $6,000 worth of product to the women's shed, which is absolutely fantastic. It's only 3 months old. 3 months? Started in March. Is it about 3-4 months? It's only that old, and they've donated a heap of power tools and shelving and storage. So that's absolutely fantastic. So that was what I was doing yesterday. They came and we set up everything. It was a full-on day. And then I got home, and then it's darts night for us, my husband and I. I don't play darts. I take my crochet or my knitting with me, and hubby plays darts. And yeah, it's a good night out. And we go out for dinner as well at the pub. And Rosie is making a scrubby for the shower. Sorry, I missed some comments because I was too busy chatting. Someone's making a dress. Mindy's making a bikini. That is fantastic. Everyone is crocheting. Carolyn's saying, hello, my name is Carolyn. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. This is my first live chat of yours. Welcome, Carolyn. That is so awesome. Thank you so much for joining. Crochet Me Pink saying, hi, Claire. Hi, everyone. Hello. Welcome. Mindy's working on a simple triangle shawl in a ball. I'm a bit tired. Working on a triangle shawl with shawl in a ball that I hate. And a Nautilus blanket. I'm thinking I'm saying that wrong. Why do you hate the shawl and the ball, or do you actually hate the triangle shawl? Shawl and a ball, that changes color, doesn't it? Crochet Me Pink is working on a baby boy blanket. Oh, how sweet. Is it for someone that you know, or just to donate or sell. Everybody got a drink today? I have a cup of tea that's cold because I made it way too early. So I've got to drink this before I can refill with the hot one that's in the little flask. And cold tea is really gross. Tracy is working on sunflower doilies. That sounds pretty. Robin's in for her first live chat. Thank you, Robin. Thank you so much. So I have rooibos tea. That's my tea of choice. I don't really drink any other tea. Various types of rooibos, mint rooibos. I've had a vanilla one, a strawberry one. But yeah, always rooibos. Bindy's saying it's too thin and not a 4-weight. That it says in the label. Yeah, that's annoying when it tells you what it's supposed to be, but you know if you've been crocheting or even knitting for a long time that you know that it's not that weight. It's like, how did it get labeled that? Who labeled it with the wrong thickness? Kathy's making a kaleidoscope blanket. That sounds really, really pretty. So hopefully this tea is hot. We shall see. It's got to be hotter than the cold one, I just said. Crochet Me Pink's making to sell, trying to get some items made so I can take pics then sell. Good idea. Yes, that's much hotter. Leanne, how is your mile a minute project going, Claire? It's going well. I don't think I've worked much on it since last video. It is actually just behind me, just down there. You can't see it, but it's just down there next to the door because I take that project to my craft group. But I haven't worked on it because last week I was as sick as a dog. Oh my goodness. I was so ill. Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration. I did spend 3 days in bed, and you can probably tell by my voice, had a really bad cold, sore throat, couldn't talk, lost my voice. Yeah. All the good stuff when you get a cold. Angela's drinking a diet soda and making a shawl. Lovely. Welcome to the chat, Angela. Kelly saying, what season is your country in? Now, you may not notice, but I'm wearing poncho. Fluff on it. I've got a poncho on. I've got the heater going. You probably can't hear it. It is winter here in Australia, and where I am, my computer is telling me it's 6 degrees Celsius, which is cold. There's a bit of a breeze outside, but the sun is out. Yesterday was an absolutely stunning day. It was cold, but there was no wind, sun was out. So if you could just sit somewhere lovely, it was really nice. What season is everybody else in? I know if you're in the US and all that, you're probably in summer or you're heading into summer. You lucky, lucky people. So we have Chantelle behind the scenes here today. And as you can see, we've got these questions popping up and got my name over here, Crochet with Clare. So Chantelle runs it's called StreamYard behind the scene, and it makes all these little fancy things that we've got here. So that's really good, really good. 6 degrees is 42 Fahrenheit. There you go. I thought we'd be way lower than that, but I guess it's not. So Chantelle is here helping us today, and our chats normally go for about an hour and a half here on my channel, but we're going to cut it down to an hour because Chantelle now has a cold, and just feeling miserable is not good. So we're going to keep it to an hour. She is behind the scenes working her magic, even though she's sick as well. And yes, so we're going to say that we're going to do this chat for an hour. So it is 10 past 11. 10 past 10. So in 50 minutes, this chat will end. So we're going to keep it shorter today. I don't even know if my voice will hold up because I've only had it back for about 4 days. But I have plenty of liquids. So everybody, cheers and hydrate. It's 81 Fahrenheit where Rose is, and it's summer. 81 sounds nice. That's probably about 30, is it, here? So you may notice that some people have little, have their name highlighted in green, and they will have little balls. I'm calling them yarn balls. There's actually the YouTube standard icon that comes up, but I'm going to call them yarn balls. But yeah, their names are highlighted and they have little yarn balls, and that's because they are members of the channel. And as part of their perks, they get oh, I've gone blank. Their comments are going to be read and put onto the screen first. Prioritized. Their comments are prioritized because that is part of their perks as being a member here on the channel. If you want to find out anything about memberships, go to my YouTube channel and it is there. It'll tell you all about the memberships. Sally's cup is empty. Well, that's no good. Have you already drunk it, or did you not put anything in it to start with? Kathy is hydrating because she's got blood work tomorrow. Good idea, Kathy. Yeah, Leanne, it's so true. Great friends helping each other out and hope it doesn't last long. Yeah. Most colds last about a week and it feels so much longer. You do get secret messages, Kelly. So you get secret messages that no one else will see. So if you're a member, you will get member-only posts in the community tab. The community tab's a little bit like Facebook, so we can communicate on there. You get some sneak peeks at some video tutorials that are coming out. It might be just a photo to let you know what it is, or if I have my act together, it could even be the actual tutorial. And I'm going to be doing some filming today. I have not filmed a tutorial. I can't remember when. I know it was before Christmas, so might be a bit rusty. But I have an idea for the tutorial, and I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be great because, you know, I'm designing it. But I am actually going to use, I bought these at my local Spotlight store, and I'm pretty sure you can get these not all around the world, but in a lot of places. So this is a Karen Cake Yarnspirations, it says. It's a number 4 weight yarn. I know that by looking at it. Let's just make sure they've labeled it correctly. They have. It's a number 4 weight yarn, and it recommends a 5mm crochet hook. It is 80% acrylic, 20% wool. And this is a 200 gram or a 7.1 ounce skein. Well, look at those colors. They're so pretty. This one is rainbow sprinkles. There's beautiful colors. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to deconstruct this, which I've already done. So you can see here, I've deconstructed the yarn ball. And you actually get 2 orange, and I got 2 yellow, and then this dark maroon color. Now, personally, I don't like this. It's not like I don't like the color. I don't like this with this combination. Ugh, strands everywhere. I don't like that combination of colors. I like that combination. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm actually going to not use this color. It's like it's a maroon. It's looking like a bit burnt orange on my screen, but it's not. It's a maroon color. So I'm just going to do the yellow, orange. I'm just going to do those colors. And I thought, you know, even though it's in a yarn cake, you still get all these colors. And these ones, the color change is quite slow. Wow, Angela just become a YouTube member. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Wow. Joanne Haley Kelly. I think this is my first live from Massachusetts. Working on a turtleneck long sleeve poncho and a beret for my 1.5-year-old grandniece. That's so cute. It's going to look so sweet. Thank you for joining us. They are exclusives at our Michael Craft stores. Well, there you go. Thank you, Kelly. I did not know that. Some of the perks of having friends in other places. Proverbs 31 Yarn became a YouTube member. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. That's awesome. That's 2 new members so far on this chat. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. So you get little perks as well. So obviously when you become a member, it comes up on the screen. So you get this huge welcome. And also I know Chantelle knows much more about this, but you also get a monthly highlighted comment. So when you come into live chats, I'm pretty sure it's just in live chats that you get a monthly highlighted comment. So you can use that to say whatever you want. Yes, Leanne is saying that, hang on, I'm stuck to it. Velcro. Yeah, the color changes are really lovely and long. As you can see, like you get a fair whack of color. But they change in awkward places, and I cannot handle that. I once gave away a project half finished because it just changed really awkwardly. And my friend's like, well, I love that stuff. And I'm like, here you go, have the whole thing. You can finish the project or you can pull it apart. It was it's not called Sheepies, but whatever that brand name, the swirl or whatever they were, the cotton swirls, it was driving me crazy. So Chantelle's saying, that's right, in a live chat, click the super chat button, $1 down the bottom of the chat, and you'll get a free one each month. That's awesome. Isn't that cool? So everyone, if you're a member, check that out. Click the super chat button with $1 down the bottom of the chat, and you may get a free member chat. Yep, awkward places, don't like it. So that's why I've deconstructed this, because the project I'm going to make with this is going to be in rows. So, no, it's going to be in rounds. It's going to be in rounds. And I don't want to have the yarn change in the like random spot. I have to control. Is anybody else like this? I have to control where the color changes. I cannot handle it doing it by itself. I really can't. I've tried a few times. I can't do it because I will know. I'll just see where that color change is and I will focus on that. And it will do my head in. So my OCD is happy with me deconstructing it so I know exactly when that color is going to stop. But I still get the pretty colors, which I think is fantastic. Okay, so it says, Ruth is here for the first time. Welcome, Ruth. Really appreciate you joining us. How are my Aussie friends? I am good. I'm a little bit cold. Got my heater going. You probably can't hear it, but I do have my heater going. So Chantelle saying, unfortunately, it doesn't show in the StreamYard chat. So why we can see them in YouTube, we can't highlight the free super chats on the screen. StreamYard are working on that. Okay, so yeah, I can't see them this end. But you still get one, so that's great. Kelly Pole is saying, yeah, I don't like those cakes for that reason too. Must control the colour change. Yes, yes, yes. Yesterday when we were setting up the women's shed and we had shelving previously, but it was really horrible and it did not work. So Bunnings came in and gave us brand new shelving. And it was those ones that you've got to put together. They like metal sides, metal shelves, and they just kind of like slot in. So there was 2, 4, 5 of them being built by separate groups because we had there was about 30 of us all working to put it all together. So there was 5 shelves. There were 5 groups of people working on a shelf, and I knew that everyone would have their own interpretation of where the shelf should go. I wasn't working on the shelves. I was doing something else. But because I'm such a control freak, I had to have the shelves. And I could pull rank because I am vice president. So I could pull rank, and which was good because otherwise I wouldn't be able to handle it. And I said, look, I know everyone's working together, but separately. But could we please have all the shelves the same height? And one of the teams was quite a bit quicker with their shelf building. So they already had their first shelf and they were working on it was 3 altogether. They were working on their second shelf. And so I said to the gentleman that was working on that one, I said, could you please make sure everyone else has their shelves at the same height? Because if I have to look at those shelves and they go across like that and then the next one's down like this, I would not be able to deal with it. He's like, yes, I can totally arrange that. So we had all that done. And then they put some smaller shelves together. And, like, don't get me wrong, super, super just thankful for all the help that they gave us. Like, thank you, Bunnings. Huge, huge help to organise our workshop. But there was 3 other shelves, and they put them together. And because they hadn't communicated, all the shelves were different heights. But all the shelves were lined up next to each other. So when you looked at them, the shelf heights were like this. Okay. And so the lady that was running the thing, she said, so the Bunnings lady, Susie said to me, do you like these shelves? Are they great here? And I'm like, yep. In my head, I'm going, I can't handle those shelves being a different height. But my heart was saying, thank you. I am so, so appreciative of the help that you've come in and given us today. So I just said, yep, that's great. They look great there. Thank you so much. She knew, because I'd already had this discussion with her, she knew that I didn't like the shelves at the right height, at the different heights. So, but she didn't say anything. She left it. Anyway, so about 15 minutes later, this group of girls, or ladies, were changing all the shelves. I'm like, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, we're just changing all the shelf heights so they're all the same. And I was like, I love you so much. Thank you so much for changing them all. She goes, we couldn't handle it. I'm like, okay, it's not just me. Hey, Jess, welcome. Welcome to the chat. Good to see you here. Anyone doesn't know, Jess is my right-hand man. You're not a man. You're right-hand woman. And Jess helps me behind the scenes so much as well. Jess is our email and comment extraordinaire and also does Facebook posts. And, yeah, you do a lot. So welcome to the chat. Oh, can you explain that easier, Clare or Chantelle? What was that? I missed that. So, excuse me. So Chantelle's dropped a link on how to change your profile. You know, I would have to even look for that too. Hi, Sandy. Welcome. Thank you so much. Sandy, you may not have been here for a little while, so you may have a free super chat. If you go down the bottom to where you have the little $sign, just have a look around. You might have a free one. you so much. So we've got Joe, and Joe saying, thank you so much for the hat videos. You're very welcome. I'm going to turn my heater up. I'm getting hot. I've got this beautiful woolen poncho. I'm on my camera on my laptop, so it's not the greatest, but it's just a beautiful pure wool poncho, and it's lovely. I wore it last night too. Keeps me lovely and warm. Okay, so anyone that uses their free super chat, Chantelle wants to test a cut and paste it to the banner so your comment goes up. Yeah, that'd be awesome. So just if you're a member of the channel, go down and have a look to see if you've got a free one. So how many people do we have in the chat now? I'd love to know. Oh, hang on. I've just noticed that up there on the top of my screen, it says 48 people. Yay, that's awesome. Thank you, everybody, for joining. And how many thumbs up do we have? Because I cannot see that. I'd love to know an update. And let me know in the comment section, what is your favorite emoji? Now, I know that Leanne is going to post a shark, but Leanne, you have a challenge today. I want you to post your second favorite. I want to know what other favorite emojis you have. But everybody else, just put in your favorite emoji. It's saying 39 people are watching. Oh, how many? 39 thumbs up. Sorry, Sally. Thank you so much. So I have a question for today. Our question for the chat. We have many questions, but one that I always write down for the chat. Sometimes it's a random question. So if you've got a random question, put that in the comments. But my question today is, what other crafts do you do? Hydrate. Lots of emojis coming in. That's awesome. Hydrate and stretch. Everybody stretch. Oh, you can see my shirt. Anybody else like gremlins? Oh, that's actually a good idea. If anybody's just come in the chat, this is not yoga. That's good. That actually feels really good. Angela loves doing her makeup. That's her other craft. Thank you for the thumbs up update. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, Laurie bakes. What's your favorite thing to bake, Laurie? We've got Stitch Itch is knit, embroidery, and quilting. Wow. I do a little bit of sewing. I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I own a sewing machine and an overlocker. I've only just got my overlocker, so I'm still learning on it. I really am. I'm still learning. I'm still a bit nervous when I use it. So awesome. Kelly is a member for 6 months. Why does it say 6 months? So they're member for 9 months. I don't know. Buy me a cuppa. How long has everyone been a Clare groupie? Clare groupie. That's awesome. So Chantelle, did that bit that just come up then, did that not appear? Because it hasn't, like in the StreamYard comments, it's not there. So does it not show there? Is that what you were saying? Or am I just like completely confusing myself? Oh, Jess O knits, bakes, reads, paints, and gardens. That's cool. I think, Chantelle, that I may be logged in the back end, because if I hover over a comment, it's saying show. Does that mean I can bring a comment on the screen? Wow, Robin's been around for 5 years. Thank you, Robin. Oh, and Laurie, at least 5 years.
Hi, Claire. Yes, that does mean you're logged in, and it does mean you can bring your own comments on screen. So yeah, just be careful. We've just got a spammer coming in. The messages have been deleted from YouTube, but unfortunately, their channel name and their channel image is still showing. So everyone just, if all viewers could actually click on that particular name that you can see, and you can actually report that to YouTube, that would be great. Yeah. So I think that's it. But yes, if you can see, if it says add show and hide, it means you can do it. It means you're logged in.
Let's test it out.
All right, I'll wait for a second before I jump back off again.
Ooh! Stitch
yeah,
is
there we go. Bring it on, Claire's got the controls.
Look out.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Okay, thank you. So I have the power. Why is that so funny? I have no idea. Oh, someone's been around since Bob Wilson was still with you. Is that Bob the dog? Yeah, I was talking about him yesterday, actually. It's been 9 years, I think. Yeah. Yeah, 9 years. It was 9 years Valentine's Day. Isn't that crazy? Wow, Joe has been watching my videos for 9 years. That is fantastic. Thank you so much, Joe. That's crazy. I think I've been teaching for 13 years. I'd have to look back at some videos, but it's around 13 years that I've actually been teaching on YouTube, which, I mean, the first year was just randomly uploading. There was no schedule at all. Kelly's saying, I've been here since the beginning, way back to the long nail days. Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was 10 years ago. They are long gone, thank goodness. They are not long anymore. We've got Holly here. Hey, Holly, how are you? Been watching for videos for about 7 years. Wow, we've got some long timers here. That's awesome. The first thing hang on, I can click on the comment. The first thing I ever made was a pattern by Claire, so I guess I'm a Claire groupie. Yes, you are. Oh, my phone is my watch is telling me to stretch. I just stretched. Did you not pay attention? Jess O, who is my moderator extraordinaire on my channel. I think we've known each other for over 10 years. Yeah, I think it might be. I really do. How long have you lived in the place you are now? Because you've moved at least once. Wow, Leanna's been following me for 13 years, you thought, because it was when your grandson was on his way. Wow, that is a long time. Those tutorials would have been absolutely rubbish. Great content, terrible lighting, and everything else, but yeah. We have a lot of old timers. That is so cool. Yeah, Stitch Itch, and it has been 10 years since those long nails because I had them on the Mile of Minute video, and I looked at it the other day and it told me that I had released that video 10 years ago. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? How was that 10 years ago? Absolutely crazy. Rosie has made my granny hat. Thank you so much. Rosie, is that the one with the granny square at the top and it just magically turns into a hat? Or is it the one that's worked in the rounds and you don't have the corners, so it's like a regular hat? Or is it like that magic granny square hat? Because I love that hat, and I am going to revamp that hat into a new tutorial. Handmade Haven is saying, only just started watching the last 2 or 3 years, but love your work. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's great. It doesn't matter if you've been watching for, I don't know, a day or 13 years. I really appreciate everyone that just clicks on my videos and says hi. I really do. So this chat, we're just going to go for an hour today because I am not 100%. My voice is still, to me, because it's my voice, it sounds strange. I don't know if you can tell, but I can. And I lost my voice and I was crook last week, so I really don't want to overdo it. And plus Chantelle, who's here behind the scenes, is not feeling very well either. Do you know the tutorial I share the most? It's your tips for getting your beanie to fit well. The one with the maths. Yep. Thank you so much. I personally love that video as well because it does. It helps you get your hat to fit you. Jess is saying nearly 10 years in November. Wow. It's crazy. Yeah, the cruise. When was the cruise? Was it I don't know. Was it 2019? I can't remember now. Or 2018. I don't know. I'm losing track of time. Cannot remember. Crochet Me Pink is saying my daughter loves Amy's and she's making me a koala bear. I found you through Leanne. Thanks, Leanne. Leanne's a very good cheerleader. The Granny Stitch slouchy. Yes, I have lots of Granny Stitch projects. What is your favorite crochet stitch? So let's just say like a regular stitch. I love the double crochet and the half double crochet in American terms. But also, what is your favorite sort of stitch pattern? So for me, it's the granny stitch. Let's say 3 double crochets in the same space, and then, like a granny square. That is my favorite stitch pattern. Not necessarily in a granny square, but that is my favorite stitch pattern. I find it very relaxing and very quick to make up. Chantelle's favorite stitch is the half double crochet. I love it. It works up really quick. It can give really nice texture and patterns depending on how you work it. Yep, Leanne is an awesome cheerleader. See, not just me that thinks that. Sally's been around for 8 years. Wow, really? Yeah, time flies. Joe's been making beanie hats for 9 years. Kelly loves the front post back post patterns. Yeah, they're really cool too. I love the textures that you can create with those. Beautiful shells. I haven't heard of that one. Yep, got another Granny Stitch fan. Stitch Itch loves it too. Half double crochet and double crochet. Ooh, herringbone half double crochet. I don't think I've tried that one. Hang on a minute. I think I may have tried that one because I think that was the stitch I got taught a long time ago, 20 years ago. The person that taught me to crochet. I think that's what she taught me and told me that it was a double crochet. That's just how they were taught. They were taught by their grandmother. And then when I found YouTube, I realized that what I thought I was doing was not the correct terminology. It was a stitch, and I'm pretty sure it was the herringbone, but it wasn't the correct name for what I was doing. Sally enjoys the half-linked half double crochet. I need to write that down. I don't think I've done that. Half-linked. Sorry, I'm moving the table. Sorry, voice is going. Holly loves the double crochet and half double crochet. I find corner to corner relaxing. You know, I've never done a corner to corner, and not the traditional way. I've done it in a granny stitch. Surprise, surprise. I've done it in the granny stitch, but I haven't done like that traditional corner to corner. And I met up with my friend Di, I think it was 2-3 weeks ago now, and she was showing me how to do it. And it looked easy. You just got to get that bit right. Like there was a bit of turning and stuff. You had to get that part right. Jess loves the granny cluster and a chevron stitch. Oh yeah, the chevron stitch is good. They can look really pretty. Single crochet in the back loop only. I love the mile a minute when your nails match the yarn. 100 Fahrenheit here in Texas. Send your winter weather my way. I'll do your deal. You send me half of yours and I'll send you half of mine. And then we'll just both even out. Sorry, my army's on the computer. Oh my goodness, one virtuous woman. Hello. Now, we have been YouTube friends for a very, very long time. I used to watch you when it was hot off the hook. Something. That's how I found your channel. Do you still do those crochet videos? Oh, no, my notifications are not on silent. Jarrow saying, I love the Elizabeth stitch. To me, it's the prettiest. I'm going to be searching lots of patterns because I've never heard of that one either. I'll live under a rock. Holly's saying the corner to corner is easy once you get the technique down. Yeah, it did look easy. Like you say, you just got to get your hook in the right spot and twist it at the right time. Skittles, Amy's, and more. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the chat. So Rosie loves corner to corner, but it's sometimes confusing for the decreasing. I wasn't showing the decrease section. I was just showing that start part. So that's good to know. That's good to remember. We can concentrate. One virtuous woman saying, yeah, it's been a long time, fresh off the hook. I took a break. That's right. God, that was so long ago. So long ago. Your daughter was so young. And I know you've got a couple of daughters, but I can't remember her name. But she was so young. So Skittles is Crochet Me Pink's daughter. Welcome to the chat. Leanne saying, my all-time favorite Clare project I've made is the Abby Shawl. What is your favorite Clare pattern? Thank you. I don't know if you remember the last chat, I was saying I could not for the life of me find my crocheted stuff. I found it. It was hiding in a bag that I hadn't looked in for it since last season, obviously. And I found this pattern. This is the Stitch Sampler wrap. And this was the first one that I made up. And this has some of Chantelle's yarn in there. The pink one, just there. Chantelle's yarn. The grey one, the dark colour. Yeah, it's so pretty. And mine has tassels on the end. It's so cool. Now my heater's off. I can probably wear it. So you can use this to make a blanket. You can make a scarf, a wrap like this one. I am working on a cowl in the same stitch pattern and also a poncho with that same stitch pattern. So it'll be a lovely lightweight poncho. You could even make it in cotton, I reckon, for a summer cover-up. So what is your favourite pattern of mine? I'd love to know. It's good to get feedback on that. Chantelle is partial to the Abbey shawl because the Abbey shawl is named after Chantelle's daughter. I did see that in my bundle of crochet, so I can wear that next fortnight. So our chats are each fortnight, and we do usually go for an hour and a half, but today we're going to be a bit shorter because I was crook last week and my voice is still not fully recovered. So it'll just get more croaky and sound even more weird. And also Chantelle is not feeling very well either, so we don't want to be keeping her for too long. And huge thank you, by the way, Chantelle, for coming and helping out today. Even though you're sick, dedication. Oh, Crochet made a waffle blanket. I think I've tried the waffle stitch, but I've never made a waffle stitch project. I do love how it looks, though. I need to see if I can incorporate that somehow. Chantelle loves the Scraptastic blanket, which is also just here. Can't even see because all my clothes I'm wearing. This is my Scraptastic blanket, and this is the granny stitch as well. It's just worked in rows, and the link for that is also in the description of this video. Sherry Simple Life. Oh, hey, Sherry. How are you? Thanks for joining. I haven't seen you for ages. I love the Mile a Minute blanket. Awesome. A lot of people love that blanket. It's really good. And I was showing someone, I was crocheting on it in a cafe and just recently, and someone was like, what are you making? So I showed her and she's like, that's fantastic because you make all the strips and then you crochet around the strips. And I think you do another row and then you join it together. So it's a great project. It's very portable. So it's a great project to take if you're going somewhere. Kelly's loving the Scooty and the poncho. God, the Scooty's an old video. A plane just went over. I think that was my friend. Last night we were at the pub and he's like, you can be home tomorrow? And we both said, yeah. He goes, I'm going to fly over in a plane. And I think he just flew over. I don't know if you heard that. There was a plane outside. Squirrel. Leanne saying nice texture in the waffle stitch. Yes, there is. Sally's first project was my easy ribbed hat. Well, there you go. That's a great pattern too. I've got so many I forget what I've got. I really do. The Natalie cow. Jess has turned hers into a blanket. I did see that when I was going through my crochet bits so I could wear today. The Natalie cow is great. It can be a cowl. It can be a scarf. And you can also make a bigger version and turn it into a blanket. It's really pretty. It's it's a chevron type style blanket, and it's an open one. So it's got a bit of, what do you call it? Like mesh, like double crochet chain ones. Got a bit of mesh in there, and then you've got a solid row. So it's really good for that. Which of Claire's patterns would you like Claire to make an updated video on? Very good question, Chantelle. Very good question. Angela's saying, I'm new to your channel, so I will have to do Spelunking. What does that mean? In your channel. Yes, there's lots and lots and lots of videos to watch. One virtuous woman is saying, good to see you. I just wanted to pop in and say hi. Take care. Thanks, one virtuous woman. I'll have to let me know when you put some crochet videos up and I can relive the old days. Oh, Natalie's apologizing for her absence today. Her boy Harry is getting an award. Oh, well, we'll let Natalie off. I just thought of Natalie because Natalie, who Leanne is talking about, the Natalie cow, is named after Natalie. I like to comment just through me. I like to name patterns after friends. We have the Jessica shawl. So Jessica that's here in the chat, the shawl that I have, the granny stitch shawl, is named after Jessica. So spelunking. Am I saying that right? The exploration of caves, especially as a hobby. Isn't caves how they have loads of beauty? Well, there you go. I've never heard that word before. I am going to be using that in my vocabulary. It has a cool ringtone. It has a cool whatever. It's just cool. I'm saying it right. Oh, awesome. So could I go spelunking in a yarn shop? Because it's like a cave and they have lots of beauty. Oh dear. I don't think I have anything else to talk to on my chat. Make sure you've given a thumbs up. That would be fantastic. I would really appreciate that. What are you crocheting at the moment? I'm still working on my mile a minute blanket. I'm getting much closer to finishing it. I think I've got like 1 or 2 strips to do, and then I'm up to my joining rounds. So very exciting. And once you're up to your joining rounds, it comes together really quick. And all of a sudden, you've got a blanket. Sherry's saying, do you have a asymmetrical shawl pattern? I don't remember one, but I love that kind of shawl. Yes, the Abby shawl, so ABBIE shawl, is a asymmetrical shawl. I used to say that word asymmetrical and I couldn't figure out how to say it. I was like, what is this word? And then I heard people say it and I was like, oh, not what I was saying. Chantelle is still working on her queen cowl. It is a beautiful, beautiful blanket. And I was just about to say you may be working on it tomorrow, but Chantelle is not feeling very well. So Chantelle is probably not going to have a live tomorrow. But every Thursday, apart from tomorrow, because, can't talk properly, Chantelle has a live on her channel, and it is called Fiberific. It's here on YouTube. Her live chats go for 2 hours, and they are awesome fun. I try to make them as much as I can. As you know, things come up and you can't, so you've got to watch it on the replay. If you're watching this on the replay, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know if you've caught the replay. Hydrate, everyone. I need some more tea. Jessie's loving the Waves poncho skirt. Yeah. Ooh. Just the whole thing off. Just want the lid. Thank you. Yep, so many patterns. Oh, Leanne has chucked in the link for the Abby shawl. So thank you so much, Leanne. I really appreciate that. Lovely and warm. It's almost hot. Do you have a favorite mug and what's on it? I have had this mug for years and years and years, and it got put to the back of the cupboard, I noticed this morning, and I was like, oh, I haven't had that cup for ages. Somewhere I've got an Elmo one too. And I've had them forever and a day. Sherry's making lots of blankets for charity, mostly your granny scraptastic style. They are wonderful and so relaxing to make. Thank you, Sherry. They are. I love making that blanket, and I don't have too many scraps at the moment, but when I do, I'm going to make another one because this was so much fun to make. And especially when you're using scraps, you sort of work quicker because you want to get to the next row because it's a different color. Kathy's loving my mug. Thank you so much. Melody's got a purple knotty hooker mug. Cool. Di, hello. Hey, Di. I was just talking about how we got together and you showed me how to do the corner to corner a few weeks back and saying that looked easy. Soon, as long as you get the hang of each end of it, each end of the row, it works up really quick. Looks really cool. Chantelle has a I'd rather be chilling with my dog mug. Every day is a cat a day. And a picture of a cat. That's cute. Oh, Sally's got one that her sister made for her. Is it a pottery type, like actual made? Or is it something that's got like stickers or something on it? Jessica has a dusters to start, but she's procrastinating. Not like you. Rosie sounds like she's going to be busy for 2 blankets in progress for the 4th of July. Which isn't too far away. It's coming up quick. Oh, nice warm tea. I know that it is summer for some people here, but it is cold. It is, it's risen to 8 degrees Celsius, which I think was around 40 degrees. A bit chilly. So please hit that thumbs up if you haven't yet. I would really appreciate that. Thank you, Crochet Me Pink. I really appreciate the comments. Oh, wow. Sally's sister actually made it for her. She's a potter and does it for a living. That's so cool. That is a super special cup. Oh, no. Chantel's wondering if her brain will let her crochet on the couch today. Stupid cold brain. Yeah, I found that I really was like, oh, yeah, I feel sick, so I can't do any work. So let's crochet and get ahead. It's like your concentration goes on holidays when you're sick. Leanne loves a good polka dot cup. I love them too. They do make me happy as well. Angela says even when it's cold, you prefer cold drinks, especially iced coffee. There you go. Chantel's totally got squirrel brain today. I'd love to make a Christmas tree skirt. Time is ticking away. Yes, it is. Before you know it, don't want to mention that C word, but it will be it. Comes around quicker every year, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so it is 11 o'clock, and that is the end of our live chat here today. I want to thank everyone that has joined us here live and everyone that has made it for the replay and they've watched this far. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you all hanging around, chatting with me here today. And yeah, till next time, happy crochet, and I will see you live in 2 weeks. We have a live chat every 2 weeks here on my channel, and I can't wait to see you then. Chantelle, I'll get you to end the broadcast because I'm not sure which button to click. All right.